That's
We're
true.
now in season 2
I
Season
like
2
that.
on YouTube.
of Terranthrial. All right.
Only level 9.
Yeah.
It's been a year. Damn
You guys
near.
got lost in the teleporter.
Hey, I'm
Um,
getting lost in the sauce.
hell
I
yeah.
don't care.
Um, cool. So, a very quick recap of everything that went down. And we'll start kind of way back. You guys finished off the false Hydra. There's an undead crazy person outside waiting on you. You managed to scare them off. They teleported away. You guys said, fuck that. We're out. We're going to Brandicore. We're getting Kenny out of Brandicore. So we're going to Port Brandicore and we're leaving. You took a ship. On your way there, there is a dangerous big old bird flying over you. And basically said, hey, if you kill that whale and let me eat it, then I will give you a free ride to Port Brandicore. You all accomplished that task. You made it to Port Brandicore on the back of this bird. Left you just outside the walls. You saw that there was a bunch of it's kind of like a hellscape outside of Brandicore, a bunch of burnt down villages, signs of big battles and skirmishes all over the land. You managed to make your way inside the walls with the help of locusts. You were able to get past the checkpoints that were put in place to stop like a mass influx of refugees coming in because they couldn't handle all of them. You stayed at a pub for a while in the inn on the second floor of the pub. Saoirse and Gangu had a little coming to Jesus moment with Moradin. You guys saw Joe Pesci and the big orc whose name escapes me at this time, Hellcore.
Hell, there he is.
Hellcore. You met them, and they were drinking away their sorrows after what happened in River March. As you guys had expected, the city completely fell and was left in ruins.
Sad.
You guys were in the city for about 2-3 days. You found Harpy. Gengu took a big interest in Harpy. You managed to rescue him from Darmian and get him out of basically enslavement of just doing shows for this guy so that he can make money. Upon rescuing Harpy, you took him to Jambalovanovsky's workshop, where there you guys found out that there was some sort of device that was put inside Harpy that was like blocking core memories that he had. This was removed. Harpy started to recall some stuff and basically said, hey, that guy was not cool. He was treating me like trash. I remember being in the woods and all this other blah 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 hoofla. Gangu found out that he also has this weird blue crystal that's inside of him, and on offer for him to examine it further, I think you turned him down and decided just to have him kind of close you back up. You guys decided to kind of as a bartering thing to get like upgrades and things like that. You took on special experiments that this guy had. I know that Gangu got a green slimy cube, Jello cube, and
Yellow, yeah.
was it yellow? Did I say yellow?
No, Jello.
Jello, yeah. And Ojutai got a wooden spoon.
That's right.
I don't remember if Saoirse got anything.
I did.
What did you get?
I snagged the bagpipes.
Oh, right. Yeah, the bagpipes. Yeah, fantastic. So you got the bagpipes. I remember now. Cool. After that little encounter, you guys were approached by the Order of Ipswich. Like, hey, we have all these kobolds that are hiding out. They're not really liked around here. We're afraid that they're gonna get killed because kobolds are kind of the enemy numero uno in these parts. So you guys decided that the best course of action to help them out was for Rango to use his summoning circle and teleport all the kobolds, including yourselves, out of there and get Kenny to Ojutai's temple in Orkandi. As you guys felt like that was the best for him as he was a dragon, and the temple is ran by a bunch of dragon like masters of this temple. So you guys teleported out all the kobolds. You guys stepped in, and then everything faded to black, and we rolled credits, and we paused for a month-long pause. But now we're back.
Honestly, it really is a good season finale.
Yeah, it was a good season finale. Not on purpose, but it happened.
Pick the right time.
Life happened.
Oh yeah.
But now we're back. So, we'll go ahead and jump straight back into this thing. And I'll go ahead and move you guys over to the new map. Everything off to the right, the big continent, none of that is really detailed. That is more for reference reasons, so you guys can kind of get a little bit of like bearings on where things are.
That's season 3 out there.
Yeah. It's season 3. Where we are is way up here in the north by the mountains of Orkandi, way up in the clouds at the Eternal Lotus Temple. So, you guys have just stepped into the summoning circle and teleported. Everything went to black, and in a matter of seconds, everything flashes white again. And you guys appear in a dimly lit room, only lit by candles, with a single door leading out. As you guys get your bearings, some of the kobolds that teleported with your group are also getting their bearings. They start just kind of, like, what happened? What's going on? Where are we? Trying to figure themselves out. You realize this room is kind of like made out of like wood and very oriental in design. Outside of this room that you're in, it's not very big, is kind of like a you can hear all this commotion. The doorway is not closed by a door or anything, it's just an open doorway. Outside of this, in this bigger room, you see that it is like a dining hall. Ojutai, you would recognize this as kind of the common dining area for people of the temple. There is big long wooden tables that go up and down this giant dining hall. It is lit completely by natural light, as on the other opposite side. So you come through the door, you're in a big room. On the opposite side of you is a big opening that leads out to a giant platform balcony type area, but it's really, really big. And outside on this platform, you can actually see 2 dragons sitting out, just, conversing amongst themselves, basically. For everybody except for Ojutai, this would be a strange sight to see. At these tables, you can see kobolds that you just helped rescue are sitting with small cups of water and plates of bread, just kind of lining the tables as they begin to eat food. Probably more food and drink than they've had in several months in hiding. As you look around a little bit more, you see that the people serving these kobolds are more dragonborn monks that kind of serve the temple or are practicing the teachings of the temple. Most of them are in robes, all sorts of different types of dragonborns, some with red scaly skin, blue scaly skin. There's at least 15 to 20 just kind of going around making sure that the kobolds are settling in, helping out. And off to the right, you see another door. This door is like a sliding door, but it is currently closed. And then off to the left, you see another platform down a big stone staircase that leads down and kind of curls around. So as you make your way out of this small room into this big dining room, Ojutai is taking in the familiar sights of home. This is home to Ojutai. Ojutai, you recognize most of the monks around, but in particular, you notice that there is Thava, the monk that I gave you in notes. She is standing, the shortest one in the room, as far as the Dragonborn monks are concerned. And she currently has a tray handing out small cups of water when she takes note of you, and she sits down the tray and comes running over to you and stands in front of you and takes a bow. Ojutai.
Bow right back.
The kobolds have told us, they brought the message. We am trying to help them the best we know how. Is it true that Branacor is in a great war with the kobolds and dragons have returned there?
It is. Kobolds are declaring war on everyone that isn't kobold or dragonborn. I take back the entire region for the dragons.
See, and Tiamat is the one behind this?
Seems to be. We seem to have plans of bringing her back.
My, this is disturbing news. She looks down and takes notice of Kenny standing there. Hey, baby dragon. Where have you come across this?
It was part of their plans. They were somehow able to hatch this baby dragon, Kenny, as we've come to call him. And,
Kenny is his name.
Kenny, yes.
Very unconventional for a dragon, I might say, but... did you name it that?
Kind of.
Okay.
It's all a long story of everything that's been going on.
Well, I would be sure to want to hear this story soon enough.
Of course.
You set out on your great journey. It was very intriguing to me. Well, this is shocking, honestly, to see a baby dragon. We have not seen a dragon so young in hundreds, possibly thousands of years, and as my estimations are correct, spending all the time studying the books. The dragon masters outside might want to have a word with you. It's Dramoka and Arkades.
Please make sure that all these kobolds that were with us are at least seen to. Intend to talk with the masters, see what we can do for them.
Yes, of course. We will make sure that they are taken care of.
Thank you. I'll start walking out towards the dragon masters.
If you guys follow him, Thava bows at each one of you as you pass by. Harpy kind of just gives a big wave as he goes by with his extended arms. Cool. So you make your way out to the platform with Kenny in tow, Harpy, and then the four of you. You can see that they were sitting there talking amongst themselves, just kind of perched up on this platform. They take notice of all of you walking in. They sit for a second.
Are these dragonborn or dragons?
Like full dragons.
Okay.
Like
Oh dear lord.
dragons, yeah. Cool. Any reactions to seeing full-size dragons chilling in front of you guys?
I do want to keep an eye on Kenny and see how he's reacting to all the dragons and dragonborn around.
How
Okay.
big are these guys?
Like full-size dragons, like really, really big.
Rango, I'd like to go home now.
Angu, we just got here. Just be polite.
Does anybody see a trash bin? I haven't teleported in a long time.
Over there, Saoirse, over there.
Take care of that real quick.
All right.
I'm just gonna be fucking approaching
Yeah.
in awe.
Right, yeah. I'll like
And
catch
I'll-
back up and come up to next to Ringo and be like, do we kneel?
Yeah, this whole time I'd be like kind of like eyeing like back and forth towards the dragons and Ojutai, like watching like to see how Ojutai is acting.
Yeah, exactly.
And Hoppy, that, my friend, is a crocodile.
God damn it.
I've got my arm around him and everything.
Taking them under your wing.
Just
Hey,
two lost boys from
crocodile.
Starmount.
It's been so long since I've seen a crocodile.
We just ran
Wait,
across one
Poppy,
a couple weeks ago.
you've seen one of these before?
In the woods? Yes. There was a stream. They
Like
crawled out and tried to bite me.
this big, or mini me's?
Yeah, they were like, maybe not that small.
Now does my voice sound strange? Good.
There it is.
Okay. I knew there was a setting wrong. Yeah. Yeah, it tried to bite me. Not as big as these, but it was big.
Bigger
I was
than
scared.
Ojutai?
Yes, definitely bigger than Ojutai.
I'm gonna immediately look at Ringo like,
It's like the one at the River March Bridge, I imagine. Probably more than one.
The River March.
Oh, don't
Ringo,
don't worry.
that was an actual crocodile. He just called these things crocodiles. I think he's saying he saw young dragons in Brannicle.
I would just want to look at Harpy.
I'm not listening to the conversation. I'm just looking at the
I'm-
house.
As he said that, I would have just stopped in my tracks and turned around like, hold on. There's more dragons?
Like, Poppy,
Crocodiles.
Did they look like him? And I'll point to Kenny.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
great swimmers, you know.
Harpy, did they have wings?
A little bigger. I didn't stick around long.
all right. Well, with that revelation, we need to make note. Apparently, Kenny wasn't the only.
I mean, he's not confirmed.
He hasn't fully denied. We'll just mark it down with a question mark.
And
Anyway.
noted.
Is Kenny still dressed up as a dog?
As far as I know. Unless you guys undressed him.
No.
Yeah, when we get here, I'll take the disguise off. I don't think it's needed
Okay.
anymore.
Then before you left that first room, you've removed the disguise.
Ojutai, I didn't know you had a crocodile with us. All right. Carry
All
on.
right.
Just
Cool. This whole conversation happens before these two dragon masters standing there in their infinite wisdom as they look around at each of you as you hold this conversation. Finally, the golden one speaks up. I must say, this is not the most formal of greetings I've had with outsiders.
I'm just gonna
Is,
be like, I'm immediately like eyeballing Ojutai. Like, what does Ojutai do?
Is
And they're
is
much more,
this? Oh, go ahead.
cordial than this.
yeah, when he says that, I'll turn back around to him and give a very low bow. And when I come back up, I'll leave my head down a little bit, not looking directly at them.
I do the
I
exact
do the
same
same.
thing.
Also, when the dragon first spoke, was his mouth moving or was this telepathic?
He was speaking with his mouth. Yes.
Okay.
And
Um,
the other note, is he speaking common?
Yes. Right now he is speaking common.
Okay.
Also, to give a little bit better description, because Ojutai knows these dragons, you guys do not. Dramoka, the one that is talking right now, is gold lineage. And for a dragon, he does don like a white beard and like mustache.
Hell yeah.
He has kind of like scaly, mustardy skin, but it's very like faded and old. He's a very old dragon. And yeah, he kind of gives off a presence of very pious and wise, but also very in cases lethal if needed to be. Although that he does not give off the impression that is his first instinct to go to. Arkades, the bronze one, that one seems to be a little younger. He does not don any facial hair compared to Dramoka. And this one seems to be younger, still probably several hundred years old. This one has bronze colored like scaly skin, but it's not faded at all. And he hasn't really said anything yet. He's just kind of, letting Dramoka do the talking. But he kind of gives off the impression of also wise, but maybe a little bit chaotic at times.
Hmm.
He seems
Keyword.
a little, yeah. Dramoka and Arkades both return little bows of their heads. They stretch down their heads on their necks and get a little bit lower to your level when they do. And then they rise back up. Dramoka continues to speak. So, is it true, Ojutai? Dragons have returned to Brannicore.
Yes, Master, they have.
And this one
Kobolds
here.
seem to be, bent on destroying anything that isn't a dragon lineage. They raised and hatched friend here, Kenny, who we've been able to take away from them before they corrupted his mind, I think as they did. We thought it best to bring him here. See what you may be able to do for him.
This was a very wise decision, Ojutai. I'm glad that you did not idly sit by and let this dragon become an instrument of warfare. We will keep him here at the temple safe and raise him. And eventually one day, he too will become a dragon master like us. I'm very pleased by your actions, Ojutai. You have always been one of the more impressive monks here at the temple. Ever since you were young, completed your training, and went out and did various tasks for the temple. But mostly it was your idle curiosity with things, your initiative to go and where others have not been. We were very eager when you said that you wished to go out and map the world, but we did not intend on you finding a predicament such as this. But once again, you have proven yourself with your actions, Ojutai, as being a brave and wise monk of this temple. And this temple thanks you for that. Now,
As he says that, I'll just down my head a little bit lower again.
now, as far as Brannicore, as we know, that is a very prominent area where dragons used to dwell, and draconic people. Before outsiders did push them out, and a genocide of dragons was committed there. But if what this note says, and the information that the others have told me, if Tiamat has arrived in Brannicore and is using dragons and the draconic people there to rise up and lay quest to Brannicore and most likely the lands outside of Brannicore's mountains, then something must be done. This must be stopped at once. I must counsel with the other dragon masters and discuss what our next action should be. It has probably been a long journey for all of you.
Actually, didn't take too long. Oh, sorry.
He just kind of looks at Gengu.
Just kind of head still down, like head tilt, like.
Yeah.
And he just kind of blows that off a little bit and just continues. If you would take pleasure in staying here for however long you need to recuperate, you all are my guests.
I'm gonna, at that point, I'll bow my head a little bit more.
Please,
Yeah.
Same.
feel free to partake in the refreshments in the dining hall.
Yeah, I'll say, and masters, I would also like to note of, I could not have done any of what I have done without my friends here that are with me, Rango, Ursha, and Gengu. They've been instrumental in everything. I wouldn't be here without them today.
Well,
My boy.
Rengo, Saoirse, and Gengu, I am pleased that Ojutai could make acquaintances along his journey that proved to be loyal and assist him in the tasks that needed to be done. And he looks at Harpy. What of this one?
My name's Harpy. What's this?
He starts doing his little performance that he was doing. And he just fucking starts going and waving his arms.
I pull out the loot. Plug a few.
I start banging on the chest for the bass drum.
I'm
At
just
this
kind of
point-
looking back and forth between Ojutai and Harpy and them.
At this point, the Dragon Masters, the two that are standing before you, kind of towering above you guys, just look in a little bit of shock that this is currently happening in their temple. The sound in the room behind you guys that you just left, the big dining hall, slowly fades away as a lot of the monks and kobolds are now just staring out at the balcony that you guys stand on in front of these dragon masters, as Harpy performs and Saoirse plays his lute. Saoirse, why don't you give me a performance check here?
Gladly.
First roll of season 2.
He said, gladly, let me impress these dragons.
Hell yeah. Wait, where's
You have
the
proficiency in it?
Well, I have the one loot. I thought there it is. 1d4 to every performance check. Okay. Boink. Boys. It's not going well. It's not hey,
Boys.
hold on.
Not a natural
Hold on.
one.
Boys,
Got
he
a
said.
4. So it's 5. And it wasn't a natural one.
All right. Your lute is completely out of tune.
Yeah, yeah.
And in whatever song you were trying to play, you got like a 3% on Guitar Hero right now.
Yeah. We're in the red. We're really close to the fail.
Yeah, you're not all the way there yet, but the crowd's leaving slowly.
All right, I'll take notice of this and sort of stop. I don't know if Harpy will continue his dance or not.
Harpy is not impressed the Dragon Masters, but you hear a couple kobolds inside just start cheering like.
Okay.
And in Draconic Ojutai, you just hear like a couple of them just go like, "Oh my god, that's Harpy! That's the one they talked about in the tunnels."
All right, and so I will, as I kind of like put the loot away, I'll just turn and keep my head down, but be like, "Oh, great, masters of dragon stuff." No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to be that dumb. Oh, Dragon Masters, we're very grateful for you allowing us to stay here, and we just wanted to show that gratitude with a quick performance. I know it is not customary here, but we come bearing tidings of goodwill. Hi, I'm Sersha. But my head bowed the whole time. I'm not trying to disrespect.
Dramoka sits there for a second, and just repeats, "Please, go partake in the refreshments in the dining hall."
Yeah, that's warranted. Thank you again.
I'm just
Jeez.
kind of looking to follow Ojutai's lead here, so.
Yeah. When he says that, I'll just turn to walk away.
As you guys walk into the dining hall, the voice kind of booms again from behind you. "Ojutai, please remain here. We must talk about something else."
Then, as Ojutai turns around, I'm just gonna and keep walking forward into the dining room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just motion to them like, okay, keep going.
As the platform clears, you guys make your way into the dining hall, and I'm guessing you guys sit down and have a drink and some bread. Ojutai remains. Dramoka again begins to speak. "Ojutai, we are there's something here that I did not want the others to hear, to raise fear. But as you know, we get our food from the villages south of us, specifically, predominantly Korsk. Well, our shipment of food was supposed to arrive about 2 weeks ago, and it never made its way here. So, we have sent Narset out to find if she could figure out where the food is and see if everything is okay. She should have returned by now. We were expecting her back, 3-4 days ago, but nothing. Also, she had taken Gesh with her. Gesh wanted to go on his first humanitarian aid mission, and, well, perhaps my judgment was wrong. Maybe he wasn't ready for the field. I didn't think there would be any danger. But I'm growing in suspicion that they have run into trouble. And it's not just Narset and Gesh, but without the supply of food and this influx of kobolds, I'm afraid that our reserves of food, even with rationing, won't last too long. 2 weeks. 3, maybe.
We've been able to send anyone else to Korsk.
Well,
See how it is.
we were just discussing sending Tarhun and Madresh. Madresh knows these lands better than anyone else. He may be old, but he would know. He would know what to look for if anything was out of place. Ojutai, we may have to call upon you to go and seek them out and figure out what has happened. I realize that you have been through a lot in these past weeks. I can only imagine, but I would like to think that I know that if we called upon you, then you would answer.
Of course I will. Did not intend to ask for you all to look over these old refugees. Friend Kenny here without any payment. Be glad to go and try to find my friend Narset.
Ojutai, there is no issue with what you have done. You've done everything correctly. The circumstances are completely out of your control, and you've dealt with them the best way that you could. In a noble, honorable, and wise way. As I said, you do this temple proud. And we thank you. Now, please get some rest and be with your friends for tonight. As I said, I will convene with the Dragon Masters about all these events that have taken place.
If I may
I would
add
wish...
that,
Go ahead.
I'll pull out one of my maps. This is a map that has been marked out by another Dragonborn that we later learned was assisting with the kobolds to bring back Tiamat. Has several locations marked as dragon temples, and one marked even to be what's believed to be Tiamat's tomb, Ranicor. Any of this information would help.
Yes, this most certainly does a great deal. I will take this with me and look it over with the Dragon Masters. I wish to convene with you again tomorrow morning. He bows his head, as does Arkades. And then they rise up again and begin to kind of just wait for you to meander your way out of the platform.
Oh, as they bowed, I would bow my head again and then I'll turn to leave, join everyone else.
All right. As you walk back inside, you see the group is sitting there eating and drinking.
And
Harpy,
that was my first encounter with the crocodile.
Harpy is in a
Harpy.
corner with a few kobold children doing a little performance for them, keeping them all entertained. As you return to the group, you may do as you wish.
Everything.
I'm assuming the doors would have like light shined in or some shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, like he's definitely got like this kind of like shadowy figure walking back into the doors, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, okay. Search if you go for it.
Well, what's the news, Ojutai? Everything all right?
Well, unfortunately, and I'll get out my own maps that I've made of Hornkandi. The temple here gets close to its food and supplies from the nearest city, Korsk, village Korsk. Supposed to receive something a couple of weeks ago and haven't gotten it. So I don't think we're going to be able to sit here and do nothing for very long. They've asked if we would go and potentially try to find the shipment of food and supplies.
Food bringers. I like the sound of that. You know.
You silly
Not quite the
mortals.
same ring as gold bringers.
Yeah. We all knew we wouldn't be sitting around relaxing for too long. We're adventurers, by God. Bye, Morden. Lol.
Search. Don't
All right.
you dare use his name.
And I'm just gonna kind of look around at the feast that's happening and kind of look back towards Ojutai and be like, and I suppose this didn't do him much good, ration-wise.
Probably cut the stores that they had in half.
Yeah.
They'll be alright for a couple of weeks. Beyond that, find something else.
So, how far off is this Korsk here? And then kind of like pointing down at the map.
Ojutai, you would know that that's roughly about 35 to 40 miles away.
Not terribly far, 30 miles, 40 miles. Could get there in a couple of days walking.
And how many meters?
Fucking.
You silly mortals using your damn.
It's like what, four
From the
kilometers?
corner of the room, you hear Harpy.
People.
About 65
Approximately
meters.
56,327 meters.
Now,
Cheers,
fellas,
Harvey.
That's a long way.
Ojutai,
Yes.
do they have any modes of transport we could use? Horses or beasts of the like?
Ojutai, you know from your past that typically if you made a trip to Korsk, you were walking on foot.
Damn.
Yeah, unfortunately, no. Generally walk there and back.
What's the path like? I see there's some jungle and then some, is that, what happens to the trees?
It's approaching the Deadlands. It's a desert area of the region. Not much can really survive in there.
So how does Korsk manage?
They're far enough off that they're approaching its edge.
I would also like to add, Korsk does get a lot of its food from other towns that are further south. It kind of works like a a train of food up to the temple. So they get food from down south. They in turn trade some of their food up to the temple. But also they're kind of within the bounds of the jungle where they have their own means if necessary.
What time of day is it?
It's like you guys teleported at night, so it's nighttime. It's full moon. That's why the natural light is working.
Okay. Well, is there anywhere we could rest for the night, at least. I guess I assume it's best to make that trip in the day, I would imagine.
Yeah, and the Dragon Masters were going to convene, sounds like tonight. Asked to speak with me in the morning as well.
How are the jungle areas on our way down? Any threats along the way?
As long as we stay to the paths that are pretty well tread, we should be all right.
Unless I missed this, or unless I missed Ojutai already relaying this. Ojutai, has anyone else gone to check on this? The food issue?
They have sent someone and they haven't come back yet.
How long ago was that?
They were expected to come back a few days ago and still haven't. Don't doubt that they're all right, but it does seem fishy.
All right. Well, I think that sounds good. Always down for more food.
As this conversation wraps up, oh, go ahead.
I say just as far as where to stay for tonight, where we can all fit in my old room. See about getting a couple extra beds for tonight.
Break out the air mattress.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure you were living lavish here, eh, Ojutai?
If you want to call it that, sure.
And smash cut to you guys standing outside of his one twin bed dwelling that is a small room with a dresser and a table.
Did we go up or down the mountain to get to this?
So you guys walked out of there's a door to the right. You go out the door, there's like a long hallway, and you go down some like wooden steps, and you guys are now kind of below this like dining area, and there's like a long hallway of like small sliding doors. And he approaches one that's like, third or fourth down, like in the middle of all these doors, and slides it open. And there is a twin bed on the left side of the room when you like top left corner. Straight ahead is like a small window that has a couple like a teapot sitting in the windowsill, and a couple like parchment and quill and ink on a table underneath this window. And then off to the right is a dresser. As far as standing room goes, at a time maybe excluding Gangu, maybe the three of you guys could fit in there. Harpy and Gangu would be stretching it a whole lot.
All right.
So I'm assuming, is it like a sliding door? Is it like
it's like a sliding? Yeah.
So if Ojutai slides it open, the second he slides it open, I just kind of peek in. What was the weather like?
In this, so you guys are like way up in like the mountains. So when you guys walked outside, it was kind of like misty and like cloudy, a little bit chilly since you're so high up. And since this is like mountains, like in the jungles, there was like, it's a weird combination of cold but yet humid at the same time, and really thick air, almost air that you could wear, as our weather people at Wave like to say.
So
it's got that Wave 3.
So if you were to be outside, what would it take to be comfortable? Is it like throw a blanket over and you'd be comfortable, or like?
Yeah, I feel like a blanket might be overdoing a little bit. Like throw on like a long sleeve.
Okay.
And you should be good. You're not freezing. It's not ice.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll peek in and see how small it is, and I'll be like, I don't need a bed. I'll figure it out. And I'll just kind of step back a bit and wait to see what Sersh and them do.
I'll look at Ojutai and be like, all right then, big or little spoon.
So Ojutai, when
Nah,
we get
I'm
to your
just
room-
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm definitely sleeping on the floor. If there's like into the room like the first corner on the right, I'll just
Yeah.
like squat down in that corner.
Yeah, that's
Make
an empty space.
That's Saoirse's corner.
Yep.
I did want to just clarify. Where is Kenny? Is Kenny still with us?
I believe you left him with the Dragon
Dragon
Masters,
Masters,
didn't you?
yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure.
Damn,
Are you
kind of
going through
missed.
separation anxiety?
I'm about to say,
Already?
kind of missed that chance for a emotional farewell
Yeah,
for
you-
now.
Yeah, you see just Ojutai, like, as we're getting there, like, wave his arm down like he's trying to pet on something. It's just not there.
That's sad. I hate that. I hate
Oof.
that so much for you. No.
In the feels, man. Saoirse looks for
I'll-
Cornet.
Yeah. Where's my little frog boy? No, but I'll see Ojutai do that and just kind of look up from my pack as I'm like kind of getting squared away for the night. Just be like,
Jax pops out.
that's true. I
Yeah.
fucking have the cat. All right. Petition that something unfortunately went wrong in the portal. I forget about the cat, man.
Jax
I'm not
hopped
ready.
over
I'm not ready for this commitment.
There's a
Jax is in
temple.
Port
There's a
Brandicor
temple
being
here, dude.
sieged right now.
We're at a temple. We just dropped off a bunch of kobolds.
Just
You
say,
can drop
yeah,
off a cat.
Jax hopped out of your bag right before we went in the teleportation circle.
Yeah, he's definitely all right at the besieged Brandicor.
Oh, it makes me sad though,
Going through food shortages.
dude. I shared that cat with a love of mine. This is bad. I want him. I want him. He's there. Jax is here. Well, okay. I'll notice that then, and I'll kind of like just pet Jax, and kind of like look down at him, try to get him to notice me a bit. We've talked to him. You know, he's Jersey Mike. He'll be fine. And just kind of like, hey, come on, go. And I'm gonna try to motion him to go over and sort of like console.
Console Ojutai.
All right.
Yeah.
So he
Like
he
to
kinda-
like go to his feet or something.
He
and-
kind of looks at you for a second and he hops out and he walks over towards Ojutai's feet and walks between his legs and then gets to the edge of the bed and hops up and then curls up and lays on the bed.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Good boy, Jax. See, he's not so tough. He's a big softy on the inside.
And immediately starts falling asleep.
So what are Gingu and Harpy doing here?
Well, I asked Ojutai when we'd get to his room. But
This is it.
This reminds me of the hole that I was in.
yeah,
It's depressing, Harpy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Rango, can you take us home?
But we just got you,
Don't like my
Gingu.
home, thank you.
Well, needless to say, I will not fit. So I
Gingu,
take it. I'll be pulling an all-nighter. If you
Gingu,
need me, I'll be by the alligators.
come on. We'll go find a place to squat.
I come.
By all means, Harpy.
I go, Harpy goes.
And then
I come.
Adventure.
I kind of want to just start meander. I want to find like a balcony with like a table and some chairs like outside. That's like empty.
Yeah. So
Somewhat
are you
secluded, if
like
possible.
like just freely exploring the
I
temple
mean,
right now? a little bit?
timidly. I'm gonna be doing
Yeah,
this
yeah.
timidly.
So you kind of walk around. Do you choose to continue like further down, or do you go back up?
If
Kinda towards the dining area.
I would have noticed a place like this on the way down, then
You wouldn't have really.
Okay.
There's those big platforms, but it doesn't look like a resting area.
yeah, then I suppose fuck. There's wherever the stairs that led outside is where I would want to go, and then I'd just kind of want to be looking around
Okay.
as
So you continue down. So you're in this hallway. You continue down the hallway.
Okay.
There's another set of wooden stairs that can go down a floor lower.
Okay.
You get down there, more kind of dwellings and dorms. But you do see an opening to the outside. You walk out there, Harpy, and I'm assuming Gengu and Tel. You get to the edge of this stone staircase, and you see that the stone staircase starts going down and then kind of like zigzag and twirls, and it looks like it goes endlessly down. You look down the staircase and you can see the top of the jungle canopy, and it looks like it's maybe like 150, 175 feet below where you're at right now.
Okay.
There's a lot of stairs. But you look a little bit closer and you see that there's little parts that branch off these staircases, other little wooden huts, platforms, things like that. I'm assuming you decide to go down the stairs a little bit. Eventually, after a good 5 minutes of walking down these steps, you find a nice little overhang balcony that's got some nice, like Cracker Barrel rocking chairs on it. Just sitting there waiting to be set in with the checkerboards in between.
Hell yeah.
And you
Then-
can smell pancakes.
As we approach, I waved Gingu and Harpy forward, and then I go to take a seat.
I let Harpy take a seat, and I just pop a squat on the ground because I don't think my ass is fitting in one of those chairs.
You? This is not like my home.
Not like your hole.
Much
That's right.
larger. Oh.
The trees remind me of the worst experience in my life, though, which was running from the wild creatures in the woods and
Oh.
the crocodiles.
Don't worry, Harpy. They're down there. We're up here. We're good. Just look at the
Yeah, they had
moon.
wings, right?
Huh?
Someone earlier said they had wings.
The ones you saw?
You were asking.
Yes. You
So do they have wings?
do what have wings?
The crocodiles.
Crocodiles don't have wings now.
No. Those ones up there did.
Those weren't crocodiles, and I'm gonna kind of like be eyeing Gingu.
Were those crocodiles?
I'm just turned off to listening to anyone to try to tell me that they're not crocodiles. My intelligence is too low for this.
Those are dragons.
Obviously,
Those are dragons.
he doesn't want to talk. Dragons.
Yes, if they have wings and they're large and scaly like that, then they're dragons.
Drag these. That's not a show.
My boy, Harp.
So,
We should have left you in your fucking hole.
this is the place we will be resting.
Good as any, I imagine.
Okay. And he
His arms contracted and his legs contracted, and he goes down to this little box-looking thing, and he just shuts down right there on the spot.
All right. Then I will enter a meditative state.
All right.
Before Ojutai and I get down, I guess we're like kind of settling in. I'll just turn and be like, so bud, how you feeling?
Good to be back home after everything that's happened in the last. It's only been a few weeks. Jeez.
Yeah, I was about to ask, before we met up in Brannicord, had you been away from the temple long?
Not very long. Pretty much came straight from the temple here to Brannicord. Couple of weeks travel.
The masters, the dragons outside, they trained you in your monkey ways.
Monkey. Yeah, they're the ones that lead the temple, guide us on how we should approach the world.
Are they original to the temple, or just the current masters in a long line?
You would know that this temple's been here for a really, really long time, in that there is a lineage of dragon masters that have come and gone over thousands of years.
And making an assumption here of Dramoka is probably the oldest of the dragons that's here.
Yes, very much. By a head and a nose.
That was the bronze one or the gold?
That was the gold one, the one that was talking. The
Gotcha.
bronze one was the one that looked a little. I wouldn't. Chaotic is the best word I can think of.
Now, there's been several of the dragon masters. The one that was speaking to us, that was Dramoka, is by far the oldest of the dragons.
Have you, in your time here, I had heard you mention to the woman that greeted us out of the summoning room that Kenny was the first young dragon to come through in quite a long time. When was, do you know when the last time a true dragon was trained here?
It would have
I don't
been
know.
before your lifetime.
I don't know of a time. It's been a very long time since then.
Yeah, I was concerned about that. I know, they're trying to bring Tiamat back, and that has to be correlated, but if what Harpy said earlier offhand is true, and there are other young dragons in Brannicore right now, has there ever been a time where, a new litter, perhaps, was out and about? It seems kind of unprecedented.
That I do not know. Might be something to ask Ava in the morning.
Well,
He's the one that met us there at the portal.
okay. Well, just wanted to say, Ojutai, it's a beautiful homeland, and I'm sure it feels great to be back, even if we are leaving tomorrow morning. But, all right, brother. Let's get some rest. I assume we'll meet up with them in the mess hall tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
All right. Night, friend.
Nighty night.
So everybody settles in for their good night of rest. Is there anything Gangu or Rango would like to do before the others stir and begin regrouping?
Yeah. Oh, go
Is
ahead.
Harpy trying to tell us more about the alligators or crocodiles?
Harpy is shut down right now.
Okay.
He's exactly like you though. He's a warforged like you.
As far as sleep goes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's technically not asleep. He's just shut down.
100% passive, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'll just shut down.
After the 4 hours, I'd wake up and go to be reading the Animate Dead ritual book.
Okay.
And that should let me finish it up. Because I had 4 out of 8, so this should make 8 out of 8 hours.
Correct.
Og.
After finishing up the book, you close it up and you're like, wow, knowledge. I've acquired knowledge. Know things now. And you hear a voice.
Brandon.
You are awake?
Oh, yes. Morning, Harpy.
You look over and out of this little
Morning,
box that's
everybody.
folded up. His head is now the only thing poked up out of this little box that is completely folded up, and he's just looking at you.
Good morning, Gangu.
Hey, good morning.
do now?
Rango, when are we going home?
Never
Gingu.
had a place I could truly call home.
How many times do I have to tell you, Gingu? We just got here. We're gonna be here for a while.
All right. Guess I'm along for the ride.
Do you want to go home? Home?
No, I just have a real uneasy feeling about this place. Maybe it was just spontaneously showing up here, but I don't know. I just feel weird. That's
We've
all.
Seems nice to me, Gingu.
Yeah, what Harpy said. Think of us as Ojutai's guests, Gingu. And
Interesting.
something
Never.
maybe worth mentioning. You'll probably want to change your demeanor a bit around the big dragons. I think they're a bit more imposing.
Well, I don't think those big dragons can talk, so I think we're good.
I'm sorry?
Gingu. They were speaking to us.
We must be talking about different dragons. I was watching the ones.
I'm just
I'm
down the
confused.
cliff side.
rubbing my
Okay.
brow.
Harpy like fully gets up now and leans in really close to Rango, like face up in your face.
To
Tell me
me?
now. Are they dragons or crocodiles? I must know.
Harpy, those
I
were
am so confused.
dragons.
He pulls back and he looks at Gengu.
Why does he keep calling them crocodiles?
I don't know, Harpy. I'm trying explaining it to him.
Hey. I guess some things will never make sense to me.
All right, well, Gingu, just
Well,
the large crocodiles deserve a bit more, respect, perhaps.
we weren't anywhere near the large crocodiles. I mean, there were a couple, two next to us that were blibber blabbering, but, yeah, the big ones. Those are nice, but they don't talk.
Did that Jambovosky guy do something to my brain? Because I'm not understanding any of this.
Pause. You did say when we entered the gates there were large dragons just off, like full-size dragons, right?
Yes, yeah, right, yeah.
And then there were the other two dudes.
No, those are the same guys.
Oh, okay.
Dragons
We
are
were
dragon
talking to the
masters.
full-size dragons.
Yes,
Got
correct.
it. I thought they were two separate people and they were Ojutai
No.
side.
No,
Okay.
No.
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 I missed an entire sentence there then.
Right, so
Revert all of this. Whatever you say, Rengo.
right, all right, just trying to
Did an ibuprofen.
just trying to make sure that we all stand in good grace while we stay here under Ojutai's watch. What time is it, Ryan?
It's like 5 a.m, like dusk.
All right.
Just for
Ye-
the sake of having knowledge, how easily can you get us out of here?
Or dawn, not dusk. Dusk is night. I'm an idiot. It's nighttime again.
Oh,
It's
same
dawn.
same way that I got us here, about a minute and 50 gold.
Interesting. So we could have gotten away from all those bad places way faster before.
Well, no. See, I just learned that spell just came to me.
It just came to you. I wouldn't know. I'm not the magical type.
Yeah, it's a learning process. It takes time. I didn't know it during all those troublesome times.
I know a bit of magic.
What?
Yeah,
You know magic?
some.
Well, maybe someday I'll learn magic.
Such as?
Come on, boys. Let's go find the rest.
Maybe I could teach you.
Right. Well, I suppose we'll meet the
Yeah.
guys in the mess hall.
Would you like me to show you?
I'm all ears.
Poppy asked if he would like him to show you.
Hey,
I'm just gonna sit back in the rocker. I'm intrigued.
You see, he raises his arms and he starts doing a little wiggle like that, and he moves his head. And I need you to roll a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Oh,
Is this a charm?
It is not really. No,
Okay, 20.
it's a little bit ambiguous. Okay, you're fine. Nothing happens.
Casual 20.
So, do you feel that any bad emotions are calmed?
I feel fine. I feel fine.
It must have worked.
Oh, okay. All right. And I'm going to start getting up to, like,
Eh.
start walking away.
Okay.
Your magic might not work, but you sure do make us laugh. Let's go.
All right. You travel back up the way you came.
Use the restroom.
You walk down that same hallway. You open up the sliding door to Ojutai's dwelling, and you see that Ojutai and Saoirse are stirring from their sleep. You see Ojutai getting up, and there's currently the cat is on his face. It's just getting up, just laid across his face.
Just grab Jax, take him off. Please don't
Well,
do that, buddy.
he gives a small hiss, and then he goes and like curls back up at the corner of the bed.
I'll just look up at Rango and Gengu coming in. Good morning.
Morning, fellas. Wakey, wakey. And
Eggs
then
and
I'm
bacon.
assuming that Serge is just still asleep.
Yeah, right now he's asleep. He's drooling right now.
Damn,
This
I
is the
think.
most comfortable he's been.
Yeah, that's
ever.
what. Yeah, looks like Serge got better rest than any of us. It would seem. He's the one that slept on the floor.
He's a dwarf sleeping on a mountain. It's about as close as you can get to home.
I'm just gonna kick him.
Oh god. What?
Go, Tom.
Oh. Oh. Damn it, man. I was having a beer with Cormit. That was great. Dickheads.
What's a cornet?
A Cormit is a drunk. That's what a Cormit is.
More importantly, Cormit was our best
Port
friend.
Branagor.
Huh?
There are a lot of cormets in Port Branagor.
Indeed. There are.
I pull
No.
My
out my
order was
stuff.
a cormet.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Well, you know. Love to hate him, hate to love him, you know?
I pull out the Cormit voodoo doll and just shred a metaphorical tear. And then put it back.
Oh.
A little bit of oil pours out.
Alright, I'm good.
He pulls out the little cloth. You all gave him like his own rag the last time. He pulls out his little rag and goes and soaks up the oil and scrubs it off of Gengu's face and puts it back.
Nice.
So
well.
while we were making our way here, were there like other people kind of like getting out of their dorms or?
Right, yeah. There were some other monks. There wasn't any in particular that stood out except for one that stood out and kind of looked at you guys a little bit. He looked down at you guys a little bit. And this Dragonborn stood about 6'8". He had no shirt on and bright white cloth long pants. They were like extremely tight, and he was absolutely fucking ripped.
Okay. All right. Yeah. If I saw that, then was that on the way to the?
Yeah,
Okay.
Ojutai. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm assuming where would that guy be now? He's out of your shot, I imagine.
Yeah, he's walked on to the dining room,
Okay.
the dining hall.
Then yeah, as peeking into the door, I got a funny look from a fella in skin tight whities and ripped all to hell. Any idea? Are we cool?
That's probably Arhun. Tell me, Ryan, if I'm pronouncing things horribly. That's probably Tarn. He's probably one of the most powerful monks here.
Tarhoon?
Arhun.
Okay.
Yeah. And he knows it.
I see. So don't get on his bedside then, eh?
Wouldn't recommend it.
Do you think he would be able to withstand a belly bump?
Nobody can withstand a belly bump, Sersha.
Oh, that's my boy.
Is he not too keen on outsiders? I don't suppose did we ever have a conversation about outsiders in the temple? Was that conversation ever even fucking had?
No.
Okay, then yeah, I'm bringing it up
Ryan,
now.
you're muted.
Yeah, in Discord.
I coughed a long time ago. Tarhoon is how you say the name, so you were correct.
Arhun.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And about the outsiders, the temple accepts outsiders that need help, especially other dragon folk, but usually anybody that needs help. But typically these aren't permanent stays. The temple is mostly for monks and people of the temple.
Okay.
So you don't really look down. It's typically not thought of as like, they scoff at outsiders or don't like them in any way. It's just that that's just kind of how things are done here. It's the rules, but it's not like a bad thing.
So
Ojutai,
go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I said, Tarhoon, who is he to you?
Just another monk here. Never been very close with him.
And so
Certainly hear his
yeah,
name.
no,
all
no,
over
you're
the
good.
place.
Go.
And so, I guess we never truly discussed how are most of these monks viewing us outsiders?
They're certainly not against outsiders. You're just not a very common sight here, especially being not dragonborn.
Sure.
Even rarer. You're perfectly fine. Our guests for at least the time that we'll be here.
Gotcha.
Well, if any have doubts, maybe we go save the food, and they'll think otherwise. Speaking of, let's get some bread. I'm hungry.
Yes, make your way to the dining hall. As you walk in, you see that there is like now the dining hall, like half of it has been kind of converted to a little bit of like a refugee camp. You see that there's a lot of like mats rolled out for kobolds to sleep on. And they're kind of like some are still sleeping, some are, stirring and coming awake. And again, you see monks kind of setting out plates and china and more bread and water, but also some nice warm tea as well is brewing. If anybody would like to partake in the tea.
Tea.
Okay. Rango immediately goes for a nice glass. It's hot tea. It's not like your sweet tea, but it's good enough.
Yep. Still go for it.
Cool. As you guys make your way inside, you look off to the right, and there is now 4 dragons that are currently standing on the platform where last time it was just 2. It is still Dramoka and Arkades, but there's now two other ones. One looks a little bit silverish, scaly skin, and another one looks kind of brassy, scaly skin.
This balcony, does it look like a balcony like designed for like people our size to like walk out on?
It's like,
Or it's
like a
specifically
platform.
designed
Yeah,
for.
I'd say
It's like a big platform, dude. It's like
Is it
you're
connected?
seeing
It's
the movie-
connected to the building, right?
Yeah, right. It's connected to like the building, and the building's kind of built into the mountains.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You ever seen 2012, the disaster movie?
Think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It kind of imagine like that facility, but with like no roof and stuff. That's what this platform's like. It's this big concrete slab.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's like big enough for the dragons to like land on and.
Yeah, and
Honestly,
hang out
yeah.
for a second. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Are we eating?
yeah.
Okay. Well, while we're eating, at one point I'd like to make mention. Ojutai, did you ever get your flute back?
Food wasn't too important. More of a sentimental thing while I was away from home. Exactly need it right now.
Hey, the two other dragons there, Ojutai, who are
Hey, look up the brass one there,
Is Ramos,
Ramos.
and then the silver one
The
is
silver one is-
Amareth.
Yes, Amareth. Don't see copper dragon master Yosei.
The copper one is not there.
What'd you say his name was?
Yosei.
So are there 5 then? 5 total dragon masters?
5 total dragon masters. One for each of the metallic dragon lineages.
And so, by means of being a dragon, are you immediately considered a dragon master?
These are the only dragons that I've ever met up here. Only dragon masters that have been here for at least hundreds of years. I don't know.
Yeah. As far as you are aware, that these are the only dragons that are currently like that you've ever seen, besides Kenny.
Kenny is brass or bronze?
Bronze, I believe. I can double check, but
He does lightning, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm like a good 90% sure he's bronze.
I believe that's bronze. I'm
I imagine they're convening about
He is
Kenny?
bronze. Yeah, you do not see Kenny with him either. It's just those 4.
Is it normal, Ojutai, when the dragon masters are convening for one or more to be missing?
Ojutai is not really. He doesn't really know what happens when they convene, but the fact that there was 4 present at a time, it makes it a big deal. Usually, it's only like 1 or 2 at a time that kind of show up at the temple. They don't stay here. They kind of go off on to their own little places. But the fact that there's currently 4 standing there discussing something is like,
Major.
yeah, Ojutai's never seen this happen before.
I'll tell you, this is a rare sight to see even 4 of them all together. I've never seen it before. Even on pressing matters, there may be 2 of them at a time.
Oh shit! As soon as he says that, like, could I perceive the room and see
Yeah.
if like,
How the other monks are.
yeah, 15. Jeez, my rolls are shit.
Yeah, so you see that like the monks seem to be keeping quite cordial like they were the first night that you guys were here when they were kind of setting everything out. They seem very focused on their tasks at hand. But you do notice a couple of the younger looking dragonborns that maybe haven't fully completed their training seem to be, they look a little bit nervous or antsy.
Seems understandable. All right. Well, seems we've caused a bit of a stir, but I think a new young dragon might do that.
News of Tiamat, or doesn't help anything.
True.
Ojutai, you hear telepathically the voice of Dramoka speak to you. Ojutai, I'm glad that you and your friends are awake. Please come join us on the platform. We have things we must discuss with you.
Oh, is Dramoka out there?
Yeah, he's one of the 4 out there.
Right. Yep.
I'll try to respond of, would you like to see all of us or just me?
Yes, all of you may come here.
Yes.
I hear that, I'll just get up, finish my tea, and all right. They're calling for us.
How good is the tea?
It's good. It's really, really good. You feel like if you had like a cold or anything going on, it's completely cleared up. You feel great, really healthy. Also, I'd like to make the joke. You guys are finishing up 1 cup of tea and ready to get a refill of some more tea from the dragons.
Yes. Yeah. This is the content. This is the content.
All right, then.
Love that. I'm down. Let's talk turkey dragons.
If everyone's getting up, then I'm gonna be trying to sip the very last bit of this tea. Is that fucking
it's
gonna
really
sit down
good.
and go away?
Yeah. All right. So you sip down this tea. You follow the group out. Everybody walks out the doors. I'm guessing Ojutai, you kind of motion everybody come.
Yeah.
Get on. Cool.
I'll try to lead everyone out.
You guys, I'm assuming, follow. You make your way out onto the balcony. You guys are pretty much at the top of this. By the way, this platform is kind of at the top of this temple. You're even further up, in the clouds, and it is early morning, so it's a little bit chillier than it was even last night. And you can kind of see on the trees and stuff that hang off on the sides of this mountain, fresh dew. It's very misty up around you, and the mist kind of wraps around all of you guys and the dragons as you guys are out there. It's not like fog or anything where you can't see very far, but it is a nice decently thick mist. They all 4 of those dragons stand there. It is very silent as you walk out. Dramoka kind of raises above the rest. So, the Dragon Masters have convened. And we have come to a decision. First thing that must happen is we need to rectify our food situation here before anything else. Ojutai, I would like you and your group to lead this endeavor. If what you were saying is true, Port Brennicore, then the fact that you've made it out all of you alive without losing anyone or suffering some sort of great bodily harm is commendable. And I fear that something quite terrible may be happening in Korsk. I'm not sure what. Just an inkling, a feeling I have. These are wicked times we find ourselves in. Tiamat has arrived on this plane. Her forces have been gathered and they lay quest to Branacor. It is only a matter of time before they would expand out to the other regions. Perhaps that is what has happened here in Orkandi. As for the greater picture of Branacor, we have decided that we will not be intervening ourselves.
Fuck.
A war amongst dragons is something we cannot see going well for anyone.
When he says that, I'm assuming we're all bowing. When he says that, I kind of want to like tilt my like, not. I want to minimize like their ability to kind of see that I'm looking over towards Ojutai, but I kind of want to see Ojutai's reaction to that.
The only reaction you would really see was I'd still be bowing there, but definitely tense up my shoulders a little bit when they say that, but not really moving from that spot.
Mm.
I know that this decision may raise some concerns. And he looks directly at Ringo as he says that. However, it is a decision that we have concluded. That does not mean that we won't assist in some way. Although us Dragon Masters will not become involved in this conflict, the temple and its monks are free to assist in any way. Ojutai. Madresh has been the headmaster and personal assistant of us for many, many, many years. And his time with us is growing short. I'm aware of that. I have talked with him earlier this morning, before anyone else awoke. And the Dragon Masters and Madresh have agreed that it is you who should become the next headmaster of the temple.
Og.
I know that you may not feel you're ready for this responsibility, or even know if you want it. But your decisions have proven something to me. Unlike many other of your fellow monks here. You're not vain. You're not always combative. Or are you idle? You go into every situation with wisdom and great care and a lot of enthusiasm. And I believe that those are the qualities that make a great teacher of future monks. Now, obviously, this will not happen until the very unfortunate day that Madresh passes on from this life. But our decision is final. It is you who must accept this, or not. As I said before, us dragons might not be able to physically be involved in this battle against Tiamat and her forces, but the temple will be here and will assist in any way that we can. And he bows his head, as do the other dragons.
Thank you, Masters, for your decision. It is an honor that you would think that I am worthy to become the next headmaster after Madresh. Hope I don't disappoint.
I do not believe you will. I can sense that you are missing your companion. The one that you have called Kinney, I believe.
Yes, he's become rather close with him over the last few weeks. May I ask where he is?
Yes, well, he is being taken care of quite well. He is currently with Yosei, training, working on his own skills and growing into becoming a dragon, not one made for war, but one to be made wise. He's very strong, this one. Very powerful. We have our own plans for this Kinney. He too will eventually become a dragon master like the rest of us. And eventually work side by side with you to run this temple as the Council of Dragon Masters and you see fit. As for this matter at Korsk, I would hope that you would accept the task we have given you. But your friends here are not bound by any promises or oaths to endure this quest with you. So I ask upon the temple, each of you, are you willing to assist us?
I'm just gonna nod.
Same.
Well, Ojutai was there and helped me out in my hole, so I'm in.
Here, here.
What about you, Metal One?
Well,
And he looks at Gengu.
I quite like Ojutai. So, I'm in.
Very well. In that case, you shall henceforth be called the Fellowship of the Ring. No.
Yeah. Let's
Um,
go. Mordor or bust.
where are we going? Very well. Any supplies you need are yours, although I ask not to take too much food, as we are rationing currently. But any resources you need are yours. I bid thee good fortune, and best of luck, and I know that you will solve our issue for us, Ojutai, and friends. And he bows one more time, as did the other dragons.
Thank you, masters. We will leave at once.
As you go to turn away, you hear another voice telepathically reach into your mind. You hear the voice of Arkades pop into your head. This is for Ojutai, obviously. Ojutai, I would have you know, we all did not come to this conclusion together. I was willing and ready to take quest against Tiamat and her forces. She is true evil, bound to doom the earth, the planet to hell. The world as we know it would be gone. Just know if it came to it, I would break rank and assist. And it's not just me that shares these thoughts, but I'm the only one with enthusiasm and enough courage to do anything about it. I look forward to seeing what you do with this situation with Korsk. I fear that it might not be as simple as a simple shopping trip to the market for food. Godspeed.
Is Arkades about the same age as Amarath and Ramos?
Yeah, they're all kind of like, they're definitely younger than
Mocha?
yeah, Dramoka.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just telepathically respond back, master, for support.
I'm assuming that like the only time that we were out on the platform and like Rango would have made eye contact with any of the dragons would have been like whenever we initially walked out there before
Right.
like
Yeah.
I saw Ojutai like know any better. And so as we like got up this time from like bowing to like walk away, as I lift my head, I would have wanted to like kind of take a good look across like all of them.
Yeah, so obviously Dramoka is looking like directly at you guys as you walk away. Arkades is doing the same. Amareth is also looking at you guys. Ramos is kind of looking off in the distance, kind of up at the mountain, at the clouds.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do the same as we're heading out, and as I'm panning across and see Dramoka, kind of looking down at us. I would like to insight the dragon.
Which one?
Dramoka.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't have any knowledge of what Akija. Sorry,
Arcades,
Arcades.
yeah.
Arkades just said to Ojutai, but was not super pleased with his
Decision.
decision. So I'm gonna take the chance. I know he'll know probably, but we're gonna roll a 5 again. So it's just peaches. 15. I'm
Inciting Dramoka or Ojutai?
Dramoka.
Yeah, so you can see that everything he has just said is very genuine. And you also get the sense that he has obviously been on this plane for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
but you look at him and you look closely and you don't see any the wear on it of his skin isn't scarring or battle scars. It's more of just old age.
Mm.
You feel that maybe this dragon hasn't endured a very hard or rough life.
Yeah. Whether that be from a position of passive passivity, I don't know what the noun is, but
Passivity.
passivity,
I'm guessing
or
that's how you say it.
maybe he's just been lucky that nothing's been going on
Mm-hmm.
to that great extent. Yeah. Okay. So as I kind of glare across and catch his gaze and sense that, I'll just, just give a respectful slight bow, nothing too crazy, and turn and continue out with the rest.
All right. All of you make your way out to the dining hall. You can see that most of the kobolds are up enjoying meals at this time. You see that the monks are back at it serving. You see Thava, the short one, is again serving kobolds. And you see that Tarhun is sitting amongst other monks, and he has a cup in his hand, and he seems to be very animated, telling some sort of story. Other than that, there's nothing really of note. And if there's anything else that you guys would like to do before you leave the temple, anything that you would like to look for supplies-wise or anything, speak up now.
As we're getting back into the dining room, I'll kind of lean towards Ojutai and... Well, Ojutai, before we make our way to Korsk, are you aware of any supplies that we may need on the travels there?
Nothing in particular that we haven't already had. Food, and eventually camp for a night or two.
Do you have, I don't suppose anyone in the temple works with, like, potion brews or anything. Maybe Serge could pick up some materials from them?
Probably have a healer or two somewhere that might be able to supply us with something.
Yeah, you guys would definitely have like an apothecary kind of like lab somewhere in the temple.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Maybe we stop in there before hitting the road.
All right. Lead us to wherever they would be.
Yeah. Ojutai, you walk out. You go down the staircase, the wooden staircases out to the stone staircases that lead all the way down to the jungle floor. You walk down the staircase a little bit. You see a little wooden hut with a chimney and smoke billowing out of the top. You make your way to the hut. You walk inside, and you guys see around like a kiln. There is a lone dragonborn with this like purplish, scaly skin, and kind of brewing some sort of potion of some kind. You see potions kind of line the walls, as well as ingredients, and a few books that are scattered about. Ojutai, you would know this person to be called Thalm, Thalm,
Home.
Thalm.
Excuse me, Thulm. You have a moment.
Oh, yes, Ojutai. It's been many years since you've been inside here. Can I help?
Yes, I've come back from a bit of a journey in Brannicor. The Dragon Masters have asked me and my friends here for a task out to the town.
I see.
We might be able to get some potions, supplies. Friend Ursha here is a healer. Better of what we might be looking for than I will. Step to the side.
I see. Well, any resources you need, I will be happy to lend them to you. And you seem to think this journey will be treacherous?
They have previously sent Norset on this task, and she has not returned. So, I'd like to take some precautions if we can.
In that case, just a moment. You see, he grabs a little like bag. It's not like a sack kind of, and he goes and looks at the shelves of potions, and he grabs a potion here. He skims through and he grabs a potion here. Grabs a handful out of a little box that's sitting on the ground. And he kind of wraps up the bag and ties it shut. And you are the healer, no?
Yes, that's correct, sir.
I see. Inside this bag, I have provided you with 4 greater healing potions, as well as a potion of animal friendship, and an antivenom that cures poison.
Okay.
The jungle can be treacherous.
The potion of animal friendship and an antivenom.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be like antitoxin?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know with the food shortage going on, and I'm sure it's difficult to part ways with supplies. So we're very grateful, Thom, for your contribution, and feel much safer and of sound mind going into the journey now. So,
Hopefully,
is there anything I can give you in exchange?
No. The fact that you would assist our temple is enough. And he puts his hands to his side and he bows down towards all of you as a group. And he rises back up and he kind of gives a nod and he goes back to brewing whatever he was brewing.
You said it was 1 potion of animal friendship and 1 antitoxin?
Yep, and then 4 greater healing potions.
Yeah. I already had 2 in there, boys. We got 6. I think I got that from Palm Beach. Thank.
Right.
Sick. All right.
So, as you gather these supplies, anything else that you need to do before you leave? No? Alrighty. Cool. So you guys begin making your way down this long, giant stone staircase. It takes you approximately like a good 10 to 15 minutes to get down to the jungle floor. It's a very long staircase. As you finally get down to the jungle floor, you can see before you that there is a nice, very clear dirt path that leads away from the temple and out to what you assume is, and Ojutai would know, is the south of where you currently are in Arkades, so towards Korsk and the Deadlands and the rest of Arkades, as you guys are furthest most north. This jungle, immediately you can tell, is full of life. You hear birds chirping, insects making all kinds of noise. You hear the howls of beasts, unknown, distant. You hear the crackling of branches, and there is a nice, like, thick mist down here at this level as well. Off the path, it's full of vegetation. Some parts look extremely thick to where you would need like some sort of tool to cut through it. And so you guys begin your journey. You guys walk for miles and miles and miles. Ojutai, I would assume that you're leading the group. Give me a survival check with advantage.
Our first check of the new season. God damn.
Whenever we start the path, Chuchi.
Chuchi's up. Gotcha.
21 total.
21.
Damn straight.
Along the path, after traveling for maybe a good 45 minutes to an hour, you come across the path kind of has had vegetation along it, but you do see some vegetation along the path that looks a little out of place. You're not exactly sure what it is, but it looks like it shouldn't be where it's at on this path.
Like it's a kind of plant
like
that doesn't
vines
grow in the area?
Like it's
Or-
vines that
Okay.
lead from inside the jungle somewhere, but they're just kind of strewn across in a big pile in the middle of the path.
This is odd. There's usually plenty of traffic through here. Vines shouldn't be growing across the path. Go up and kind of nudge at it with my foot a little bit.
With your foot?
Yes.
With your foot? You do that with your
Okay.
foot?
He says with a smile on his face, ready to grab me with something
I would say clicking at a sheet.
and preparing something.
With a foot? You poke the random mysterious plant that shouldn't be there with your foot.
Vines.
Yeah, he's ready to be the headmaster for sure.
Is Harpy with us?
Yes, Harpy is with you guys. He's just kind of standing off in the back. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Yay. That is a 9.
You see as Ojutai, the vines immediately come to life, and as soon as his foot touches it, they quickly wrap around his ankles and kind of slam him to the ground and begin dragging him into the jungle off to the right of this
Dear
path.
Lord.
Not this stuff again?
And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh my. Dude, these rolls.
Sure,
rolls.
Chef.
Got a
Oh,
1 and a
I'm
5.
there
I-
with you, buddy.
I have not rolled over a 5 all game. Oh my god. Did you get a 1 too?
I had
Oh,
advantage and rolled a 5 and a 1.
Jesus. Fuck Rango.
I rolled a 1, but I did a +4 at least, so I got a 5.
Jesus Christ. Well, I was gonna try to dive at you and catch your feet, but I'm going dead last.
What was everybody's initiatives? So we had Search with the 1, Ojutai with the 5, and Gang with the 5. Rango Capilelo.
20.
Yeah, I was gonna
20.
say 20 something.
Almost gave you negative 220 somehow. You get to go never. All right. Fantastic. Ringo, you see as these vines immediately grab Ojutai and snap around his ankles and begin dragging him off into the jungle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out it's been a while, boys, you know?
Hey, go back to your home and native. We're
All right.
blasting.
I'm
Yeah.
going to let's see how this works. I'm about to use something I've never used, I think.
Hot blast.
We're not gonna blast. We're gonna do something more absolute, I think. Okay. Okay, I want to basically run so that I'm like within 5 feet, or well, I'm gonna run up to try and get to Ojutai and grab his hand, and then in my other hand with my coin, I'm going to cast Thunderstep.
All right.
And I'm gonna teleport us. If we're on the path and there's the vines, then I'm gonna teleport us onto the opposite side of the vines, like the direction we were going.
Okay.
And so, how does this work? Ooh, how far has he been pulled?
He's just been starting to be pulled, so he's been pulled about like 5 feet from where he was.
Okay, I would want to. Is it possible for me to run to a position where I'm within 5 feet of him and not within 10 feet of the rest of the guys?
You guys are probably following pretty close. You guys are probably like, grouped up together. So I would say probably not. I mean, maybe like Harpy who's in the back. And maybe Gangu if he's chilling with Harpy, but...
I was running after Ojutai.
So, yeah, Gangu's right next to you.
Fuck. Okay, maybe I don't do that then. Maybe I'm just blasting at it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just fucking blasting at it, I guess.
Alright.
From where I am. Alright.
Roll default.
Hey man, I was trying to do something, but everyone would have gotten
I
hit.
appreciate it.
With your foot?
With your foot?
Alright, here we go. Let's see. I gotta roll to see if I crit, dude. Okay, 28 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay, fuck. Okay, so it's... Oh my god, I can't even remember how many of these happen.
Ooh.
4.
4.
Well, 2 and then 2.
2...
4 total.
Right.
Is that if I use the bonus? Yeah, that's if I use the bonus as
Correct.
well. Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh. My computer's dying. What the fuck? Okay, so that's 15 force damage.
15 force damage.
On a vine.
And then the second blast comes out. 11 to hit?
No.
Okay,
You
so...
fire one blast and it hits the vine and strikes it true. The second blast flies off into the jungle somewhere, kills a monkey.
Alright, and then a little
Damn.
shimmer of the wrist. And we're going again. A 20.
That'll hit.
For 14 force.
That'll do 14 damage.
And then... 17 hit.
That'll hit.
Or... 14 force.
Hell yeah. Rango blasts this thing with 3 blasts. The second one flew off somewhere. As you blast this thing, you notice that you've created this vine is pretty thick. It's like that thick around this one that's really got a hold of Ojutai. You've blasted a few like holes through it, and there's some like green plant ooze leaking out of it.
Gross.
Does that complete your turn, sir?
Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. You hear a voice from the back of the crowd.
Oh no! I must help!
And you see Harpy runs forward with his extendo arms just like ready. And as he gets close to the vine, you see that kind of like Ezio, but really long. He like activates a blade that comes out of like his wrist and goes and like stabs the vine that's
Hoppy.
holding Ojutai. And he makes a hit. And he stabs into this vine. And he goes again with it with another stab. And he goes to stab it. And he gets a little too close to Ojutai, and he deals Ojutai 2 damage.
Sad.
Harpy. Yes, not me.
I'm sorry. It is wrapped around you.
This is as the vine is currently pulling you a little deeper into the jungle. His Ojutai has now been pulled off the path, and like is kind of like torso is like hanging out of the shrubbery.
I also want to point out, I think I gave Harpy a hand axe on the last session
Yeah.
as like inspiration, as he could.
You
take care of
did.
the people today.
He used his other utensil
Got it.
this time though.
Built-in weapons.
Utensil.
All right. What is your armor class, Ojutai? 17.
17.
17. All right. You take 13 bludgeoning damage and 22 poison damage.
Ah!
All right. 35 damage.
Is poison damage a magical effect?
It is not a magical effect.
That's what I thought. I wanted to use my armor, but I didn't say anything earlier.
Gangu, it is your turn.
Alrighty. Well, I'm just gonna take after.
Good thing you got those greater healing potions.
Jesus.
I'm gonna take after Harpy's initiative and, as a bonus action, initiate rage.
All right.
And then just go in swinging.
Hell yeah.
All right, first swing. 22.
22. You did activate the hammer, correct? And then you gotta hit the button.
I don't think well, the button doesn't do anything, does it? Or the lasers?
Sure they
that's
do.
part of the use. If you activate it, that's how like all the bonuses come into effect.
Okay,
That
well,
was the stipulation of it.
I take it every time I go into battle without saying I'm pressing the button.
Okay, good.
Alright.
So as Gangu approaches Ojutai, you see these laser beams just start shooting out in different directions. As Gangu comes storming in, full rage. And you... What did you roll to hit?
22.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright. I've got to do some, 2 of these. Alright, and this is going to be a whopping, 29.
Damage?
Yes.
This thing...
Oh my gosh.
And I do
You
want to
come
point
down
out...
on it?
I do want to point out that it is +2 fire damage, so if that's relevant.
It is resistant to fire damage.
Alright, well, it's only +2 from the fire assaults, unless you want to say that the entire thing is fire damage.
No, I will not.
Okay.
I will not. I'll be kind.
Alright. +1 then.
All right.
So we're chilling at, what, 28?
So yeah. Do you have another attack, or is that the only one?
Oh, yeah, I'm swinging again.
Okay, good.
For sure.
You basically, when you come down with the hammer, even though it's a bludgeoning weapon, you basically split this vine in half. It was kind of like extended out, so it's almost split in half.
As expected. 15.
That'll hit.
All right, we're swinging again. All right, and 21.
You slice completely through this vine. Ojutai, you feel that this thing immediately loses like grasp of you and it loosens. Gangu, as you slice through this vine, the back part of it that you split off from Ojutai kind of withers and like waves around for a second, and then it falls limp onto the ground, and it is dead.
It is dead. Oh, hell yeah.
Thus ending
I
the
reach
encounter.
out my hand to Ojutai.
I'll take his hand and get up.
He slips
Thank
off
you,
me the
Dingo.
first time. And I go to reach for him again.
Try to grab his hand again.
Hey, firmly grasp it, Ojutai.
Firmly.
Firmly grasp it.
And we're up. Perfect cue with the music.
My God. Are you okay?
Ow.
Hey,
I've never
Yeah,
seen
I think
that
I'm okay.
before.
Harpy.
Ojutai, we need to work on your inspecting skills.
Your foot.
That one's on me. Thought it was a vine.
I thought it was a vine. You go for the vine. I ain't gonna do it.
As they're saying that, I'm gonna get at that platinum flask. Oh,
Okay.
it smells like healing potions. Let's see if it is, and I'll take a drink of it.
All right.
Damn. The family heirloom.
Just a moment.
How much damage am I taking?
I need you to roll a d8.
D8 is a 3.
A 3. All right. Roll the dice for a potion of healing.
Healing is 2d4 plus 2.
Correct.
3, 4, 5, so 7.
Cool. You heal 7 points of damage back.
Alright, that was a little underwhelming, but still a little better at least.
The flask is now empty, by the way.
Alright.
Interesting. Well, how are you feeling, Ojutai? Do you think you need a little more?
Yeah, wouldn't hurt.
I'll toss him one of the greater healing potions.
Scale of 0 to 63, I'm feeling like a 33.
4d4 plus 4 for you.
While they're trading potions, I'm gonna mage hand
Good lord.
and snap off like a branch somewhere, like maybe 5 feet, like a 5 foot long branch, just
Okay.
like small,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna just send it out ahead of us about 15 feet and have it just
Okay.
dragging the branch on the trail ahead of us. Just kind of waiting there currently. I'm assuming that we're kind of just chilling.
Ojutai. I might have a spell that can help.
Well,
The second he says that, I'm gonna kind of like give him a fucking look.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna, look at Harpy a little oddly, like, sure, buddy, what you got?
Okay.
Are you okay with the spell? Do you want to roll against the spell? Do you want to try to resist the spell that he has just casted?
I'll allow it.
All right. You get the effects of calm emotions. Any strong emotions that you're feeling is immediately suppressed. So if you were charmed or frightened, you're no longer that.
Hell yeah. Good job, Harpy.
Just kind of look around and look over at the vine like, well, I don't feel as silly for taking the vine anymore, so thank you, Harpy.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could help. Because that was pretty stupid, putting your foot on the vine.
Yeah. Harpy, the
yeah.
great equalizer.
That away.
All right. Rango, you hear telepathically, "Hey, Rango, sorry, I missed that vine. It just looked like a plant to me from up here."
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought, wasn't Chuchi like mad at Rango for something? Am I misremembering that?
There was a point, yeah. I don't.
There was a point. I can't remember what it was.
It's been like a month. I'm all right with you right now.
Hey, water under the bridge. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's right. We forgive and forget. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Well, yeah, your friend's pretty stupid, putting his foot on that random plant in the middle of the jungle.
Hey, yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Just
Hey,
Oz out. Oz out.
This is Dungeons and Dragons, right? And everything's here to kill him. There is
Hey,
no
to be
good.
fair, I don't think we had like, what, 5-6 sessions straight where we didn't fight anything. And then a month and a half.
That's true. That is true. Yeah.
I got complacent,
Complacency kills. All right.
clearly.
Cool. Well, now that encounter is over, everybody gets kind of, all right, composed. That's the first action that you guys have had in a long time. A good few, probably like a week and a half in game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You guys, I'm assuming, get your bearings and continue on down this path,
Dragging stick.
dragging the stick. Ojutai, are you back on the lead?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me another survival check with advantage.
Not as good. 10.
10. All right. You guys continue on down the path. And you hear some rustling to your all's right side. You also start to hear flowing water from a stream. But the rustling is trees. There's something close by moving around in the trees and in the vegetation next to you.
Does everyone notice this or just Ojutai?
Everybody. It's pretty evident.
Okay. Then I'd have Chuchi kind of swoop and see if he can't see better what's over there.
Okay.
Still maintaining height, but
Right. Chuchi has, what is his perception?
I think
Plus what?
I think it's mine, whatever mine is, +1. So I think it's +2.
Okay. You hear Chuchi go, Rango, hey, there's a creek
Oh wait.
maybe like 30 yards away from you guys to your all's right side. There's a couple crocs that have taken notice to you. There's one that looks really big. Not as big as the one, but it's pretty big. I think if you just keep going and don't get any closer, I think you'll be all right.
Right. Then the second that he says that, I'll say, fellas, Chuchi says that there's a croc out to the right, bit of a ways. He thinks that we can make it past if we just keep scooting along here.
Oh, one of the Dragon Masters followed us?
Oi, you don't say.
Yeah, let's go.
See any?
Come on, let's get a move on. Let's not. No need to fuck about.
We can go see in the cipher if they are dragons or not.
I'm gonna be walking. I'm gonna walk.
I will walk as well.
Harpy kind of stays behind for a second and looks at the vegetation and looks at you guys. He looks at the vegetation. And he looks at you guys. And he wheels around and follows you guys. He continues down the path. All right, you guys have been traveling through the jungle for right around a couple hours at a pretty brisk pace. You finally reach the edge of the jungle. The trees have started to wither. They look extremely dead now. Before you, you see hills without any vegetation on them. It's pretty much just dirt and dead grass. And then even further out, you see just basically desert. Just open desert, rough ground, sand. It looks nasty. Ojutai, you know that typically you travel straight through this pass out into the desert and follow the path and the road kind of towards the middle of the desert and then cut across over to Korsk. That'll take you another couple of hours to go that way. But you feel like you also know you've heard of a path of other people taking a shortcut through these dead trees here into Korsk. That takes about 45-ish minutes. But it is off the path.
Would I know, would that be a possible path that Narset would have taken? Or would they have gone along the longer path?
Narset might have taken that path. She has talked about using it once before.
Oh, bish.
So bitch.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I'll get to that point and stop and look at them and say, all right, we've got a couple options from here. And across the dead woods here, get there a few hours faster, or we can follow the laid out path, go out into the desert and kind of circles back around.
So, what kind of how much time would this be cutting?
Like about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes off your travel time.
I'm sorry, did Ojutai just mention Narset possibly going this way?
Well, and then I would have also continued with there's a chance that some of the people that were sent before us, Narset and the rest, might have gone this way.
Well,
If we're looking for them as well, this might be our best option for finding them.
Yeah, I think whichever way we take, once we've faced whatever we're about to walk into here and settled the food issue, we can travel back the other way just to make sure we aren't missing them.
Cool. So to get this correct, you guys are taking the shortcut through the woods?
well, I mean,
was still
Or are you
asking
taking-
everyone, but
Okay.
I say let's do it.
if we
Yeah.
take the shortcut, we can attempt to cover all the ground. I can send Chuchi the other way. They meet up at the same point, right?
both routes should meet up at Korsk.
Righto. Then Chuchi, just follow the beaten path, and then what? There'll be a crossroad, right?
Yeah,
Yes, there will be a crossroad.
There'll be a crossroad, and one of the paths should circle back up north.
Right. Chuchi, you got that?
Yeah, Rango, I think I got it. Just follow the road. Go down
Sure.
there, crossroad. There's road that leads back up kind of this way, but not exactly back this way.
Right. and just keep your eyes peeled for any dragonborn, right? Ojutai?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Mhm.
got it.
Right. Be seeing you.
Godspeed, General. He
Yeah.
takes off and flies away.
General Rango.
All right. You guys travel through these dead woods. Go ahead and everybody can make a perception check.
Let's do it.
23.
Higher than a 5. I got
Oh,
21.
Oh no.
5.
All of my advantages are gone. I got a 4.
All right. As you travel through these dead woods, the vegetation is kind of gone. It's very clear. Gangu, you do notice that there is a spot that looks like somebody had maybe set up some sort of camp here. Not a very permanent one or well built one, just like a quick pit stop kind of place. You see where the ground was kind of scraped apart and made kind of like a little place to sit, and a few sticks kind of put together in a little fire. You also see that there is a lid to what looks like a canteen that is on the ground, like a cap.
Ojutai, you might want to come check this out.
Investigate the campsite.
Yep.
Also,
Check that cap.
Does the cap fit on my muffler top by chance?
Oh, 100%.
100%.
100% if it's on the
As
muffler.
he's walking over to the camp, he can see me trying to screw this onto my
Right.
muffler.
Ojutai, as you approach, at first you're like, what does he have? What is he screwing onto him? As you get closer, you've seen this cap before. You do recognize that Narset did carry around a canteen. It was kind of like her little special thing she would always take with her in any big travels that she would make. She was very proud of this canteen. She got it when she was very young.
Walking over. No, Gangu, put that down. Hold on a second.
I thought it would fit. I see what you're trying to go for, Gingu.
Thank you. I'm not trying to get my fire salts wet. Or have any spill out, God forbid.
With the fire salt.
What's a fire salt?
No, Gangu. No.
No, you're not getting someone else on your drug habit.
Maybe someday. Maybe someday, Harpy.
When you're older, Harvey.
More to that day.
I think we might be on the right path here.
What's the
I'll
does
hand it back to Gingu.
does the campsite appear to be like intact?
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't like a permanent thing. It was maybe they stopped here for like half an hour, 45 minutes for a quick break.
Gotcha.
But it doesn't look like there's any scuffle. Just that somebody had created something here.
And it looks like it's been here for a while, right? It's not something.
Yeah, it's
super
definitely
recent.
at least a few days old, at least,
Okay.
if not more.
Ojutai, you said your friend, that cap belongs to her?
It looks like the one that would be on her canteen.
Do you?
Possible.
Well, it doesn't seem the camp is in too much of a disarray, but do you find it odd that she left that? Is it important to her?
You certainly wouldn't just leave it around.
Maybe they had to leave in a hurry. Well,
Well,
it's a good sign that we found it. So
I
let's.
On the
assure
right
you it's in
path, at
good
least.
hands now.
Let's
Big muffler cap.
keep on moving.
Cool. You guys continue through this like little side path through these dead woods. As you approach the town of Korsk, you see that there's several pillows of smoke filling the air as you approach. You get closer and closer. As you get closer, it begins to get kind of foggy and misty, and you finally arrive at the edge of town. Ojutai, Korsk is nothing like you remembered it before you left.
Oh shit.
What time is it?
It's about midday, but it doesn't feel like it here. The fog and the smoke that has filled the air has kind of dimmed the light. The town that you approached looks like a ghost town. There's still pieces of wood from buildings smoldering. Ojutai, as you knew it before, this town was a nice, lively town. Had shops out in the market, plenty of people that lived in it. Mines was kind of its main purpose here. There was mines and ravines really close by. But as far as you can tell, at the edge of this town, you hear nothing except for the crackling of wood that had been burnt. No signs of life. And you get a little bit of a chill. It's a little colder here. You start to get the feeling that somebody could be watching you. You're not sure what, but all of you start to feel a little uneasy.
Like
and as I said before,
Right.
it's completely silent.
Is the spies' murmurs are telepathic, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Then through the spies' murmur, I'm gonna say, Ojutai, this doesn't look like the type of place you get food from. And I'm saying it on broad.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
We're on the same channel.
yeah.
I'm just looking around. I'm not even responding. I'm just gonna try to scan around, see if I see anything moving, anything alive in the area.
Oh, map.
As you explore the streets,
Map.
Oh, geez, map.
there is a
Map.
map.
There we are.
You see that buildings are completely broke apart, destroyed. Fires look like they've ravaged pretty much this entire town. You don't see any bodies. You don't see any people living or dead. No pets, no animals. Just a ghost town.
Harpy got an upgrade, by the way.
Yeah, I can see that.
He looks
Yeah.
a lot meaner than before.
That's placeholder. We will
Yeah, I
find
know.
a permanent fixture for Harpy soon enough.
Engu is one thick boy.
What in God's name? What in Morden's name happened here? With that uneasy feeling, could I go ahead and perceive the first set of buildings here before us? I would want to be focused on the rooftops and any like holes from the fires. That
Yeah, go for it.
people could be
Roll a perception check for me.
20.
20. So you look closely at these buildings as you're kind of passing by. You see that like I said, fires pretty much ravaged every building here. But what you can make out, it looks like that people's personal effects and belongings are remaining here. They didn't leave. They didn't take anything with them.
Are there any windows on this side of this building?
Yeah, you can look inside.
Yeah.
And it's, like I said, charred. You see furniture both charred and a little bit untouched, covered in smoke.
Any like bodies or anything?
You don't see any bodies.
This is odd. What is it?
I'm gonna keep pretty close to Gengu as we keep going forward.
I would have stopped with the mage hand when we left the jungle. I'll point that out.
You've stopped Mage Hand?
Yeah. Whenever we left, like, got out of the jungle, I would have stopped that shit.
Okay.
Or actually, out of the woods, whatever.
Right.
From what I can see, boys, is that I don't see any people or
This isn't like Granite Fort.
remains, but there are things everywhere. No one evacuated here.
If Harpy tries to go in
So-
front of Gingu, I'd want to say something. If he does that.
Yeah, he's kind of wondering a little bit.
Okay, then I'd say, Harpy, try to stick behind the big man.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Grab his
Okay,
arm,
Gingu.
slingshot him back.
As you walk through the streets, you get this weird smell. Obviously, you can smell the smoke and the smell of burning wood. But it's almost this slightly metallic smell. Also, as you continue on past these buildings, you begin noticing that obviously there's smoke damage all over these buildings, but there's on like the corner of this wall right here, you notice a kind of sticky mucusy substance just kind of smeared along the wall.
Yeah, smell that.
Yeah.
It smells like black olives.
What is this? I'd like to approach the ooze.
I'd like to approach the ooze.
I would like to inspect the ooze.
I'm gonna pull out my Jello cube to compare with ooze.
Hell yeah.
All right,
What's the
you pull out
check
the
here?
Jello cube. What do you do with the Jello cube when you pull it out? You just look at it.
Oh, I can't squeeze it, so I'm gonna just look at it.
Okay.
Ryan's like, damn it. It could have been really fun.
So you look at your
Next
Jello
time.
cube. Yeah, you look at your Jello cube. And it doesn't really resemble this mucusy look. This mucus is kind of like a grayish, kind of almost like really faded purple and kind of grayish.
Is it
Um,
clumped together or is it streaking like
it's kind of a little bit streaky. Yeah,
okay.
kind of like a snot rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of check would need to be done? Could like
Yeah, like a nature check.
or like
maybe?
yeah.
Sure. Do a nature check.
I like to do it as I run my fingers through and compare it with the ooze.
So you put your fingers in the ooze.
Oh, yeah, I put my fingers in the
Oh
ooze.
my
Alright.
gosh.
I only got a
15.
6 on it.
I got a 16.
Just on
Gengu, you put
visual
your fingers.
inspection.
You put your fingers in the ooze. What did you get, Gengu?
15.
15. You put your fingers to the ooze, and it's extremely sticky.
Strength
You
check.
you really don't have anything to compare it to. It definitely doesn't feel like the Jello that you had in your pouch. It's really sticky and really slimy and kind of gross. And as you kind of move it around in your fingers, it just kind of like makes kind of squishy noises, like just real nasty sounding.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything to you. You just kind of it's on your fingers.
Well,
Does it smell like the metallic smell that we're smelling?
The smelly.
It does.
Smell that
it's
smells smelly.
smelly.
It
Smell.
does. It smells kind of metallic.
Anchovies.
Almost, and by metallic, I mean almost the smell of blood in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boys,
Is there any? Have we seen any blood like on the streets or anything?
No. No blood on the streets.
I'm gonna. Would I know? Is there like a town hall or something like that in here?
There is.
Like a major
It is
gathering
here.
point?
It is up here in the top left quadrant.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna continue towards.
What is
that.
what is everybody's passive perception?
Ooh, your boys got you with a big 20.
11.
Big 20.
15.
As you guys begin rounding the corner, you see two fishy looking humanoids.
Oh, what the fuck?
They legit look like walking fish.
Hell yeah.
They have a spear and a shield, and they seem to just be kind of walking in a pair. And you can hear their conversation. They're not being quiet. They're just kind of walking around. And so their conversation sounds a little bit like this.
I'm gonna immediately, the second that we see him, I'm gonna like spin around so that my back is like to this corner here, not getting on the ooze. I'm gonna start reading comprehend languages. It takes 10 minutes, but I'm gonna immediately start doing that.
And just to be clear, this shit ain't normal. Fish people aren't normal.
These are not the people that dwelled in this area. You have never seen these people before in your life. None of you have.
Lucas, are you getting flashbacks?
A little bit. A little bit. I do the same thing as Rango. I pull back, what's his name? Harpy with me.
Okay.
Kind of blend in as a wall.
Hey, who are those guys? Who are they?
Hey. I don't know, but I think they're a long way from home.
They from home,
Stay quiet.
like us,
Just like us.
like us.
Serge, Ojutai.
Yeah.
Hide.
Motherfucker.
Gangu,
Yoink.
Sneaky over
you
here.
speak Undercommon, don't you?
I do.
All right.
I'll go
That
over here.
language that you just heard, you understood what they were saying.
What they say?
Hell yeah. My little aquatic robot friend.
So you couldn't make out which one was saying which, but you heard their conversation going back and forth. The first voice propped up and said something along the lines of, "You know, this new place isn't so bad. Perhaps the masters will let us expand." And the other one, "Don't be so foolish. We must stay collected. We must listen to their every order. Do not stray, my brother."
Rango. These seem like some sort of followers. To some group of pillagers.
If the comprehend language is a ritual that takes 10 minutes, then would I be able to like pause the 10 minutes to like talk?
No.
It would break it.
You'd have
It would
to
break it.
Yeah, it would break it.
I'm
yeah.
just gonna focus. So I'd be tuning it out.
So,
Rango,
Ojutai,
he's
he's
useless.
tuned you out.
I'm just gonna be on the spies murmur, just saying, all right, you all want to do?
All right, I tap
Peek
into the
around.
spies murmur. Guys, these guys are followers to what seems like a group of pillagers. Don't ask how I know.
How do you know?
Well, strange enough, I speak Undercommon.
Oh,
Ojutai, which way are you currently looking?
that's brilliant.
And I'm gonna be looking at the fish people
Okay.
over here.
Saoirse, which way are you looking?
Okay, if you'll allow it, when we were
Mhm.
coming up the initial street, I was about to say that I was going to be like walking with my back to the group and like looking behind us, so I would like to be doing that down the alley.
So which alley are you looking at?
Down this way.
Down that way? All right.
Yeah.
So you see, for a brief moment, a figure across the alleyway, right to left,
Yeah.
and you can't really make out anything about it. But it doesn't look like the fish people off a glance. It's very shadowy. It's really misty over here, kind of foggy. It crosses
Okay.
right to left. You see that it's got this purplish skin, bald head, and a big black trench coat looking type coat with the collar kind of propped up. And it goes right to left. And it's walking at a nice calm pace. Doesn't look down the alleyway, it just walks.
Okay. Oh, fucking Ojutai. I just kind of like have my hand like doing a little like pat around my side to like hit him on the thigh or something. Hey, something just crossed the end of the alley. It was definitely not those people we just saw. I don't know, man. He was moving about the mist.
Who all is
Alert.
paying attention to the fish people? Show of
I'm-
hands.
Yeah, through audio.
Not
am
me.
Trying to see like where I can hear them going.
Okay.
Yeah. If
Um,
once Saoirse has said that, I'll be looking down the alley where he was pointing.
Gangu, the conversation that you were hearing is quieting down now. You can't make out anything that they're saying.
All right, I make a peek around the corner.
They're standing really close together, and you can tell that they're still conversating, but not loudly.
I'm gonna pat Saoirse on the shoulder and say, take a look. Stay here for a second. I'll try to sneak down the alleyway.
Okay. I'll give him a sort of acknowledgement.
If I can see anything.
Ojutai goes to look down this alleyway. Saoirse,
Yes,
you hear footsteps coming from this street.
dear Lord, we're surrounded. I'll immediately go on the spies murmur. Everyone, there's more movement to down the other road here to y'all's right. I can't see it. I'm not gonna poke.
Would
Actually, I'm gonna look out.
I'm
I'm peeking.
facing that way. Can I
Saoirse,
do like a perception disadvantage thing?
You're focused.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, but like my peripheral, right?
Sure. Disadvantage.
Okay. Seven. Or eight. Eight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saoirse, you peek out and you see a squad of those fish people
Dear Lord.
walking down the road.
Okay.
Gangu, at that moment, the two that are on the other side of the road turn directly towards you. And they both look directly at you, Gangu, as you peek
Nah.
around the corner.
Frick. All right.
How much time has passed at this point? 2 minutes?
Like 2
I would
minutes.
say not much.
Seconds.
Might have to be aborting that one.
Yeah, yeah. That's fine, that's fine.
All right. I'm gonna get on the spies murmur. All right, guys. Don't overreact. But I'm gonna do something really dumb. And I
You're
step
gonna
out.
poke it with your foot.
I step out
All right.
and I speak in undercommon.
Oh shit.
What do you
Yes, I
say?
love this. I love this.
I'm all for
Greetings,
it.
everyone.
Okay.
I come in peace. I am alone.
Brothers, he knows.
Do not try to look for others.
Brothers, he knows.
He knows. Do not. I'm alone. There's no one else. Don't try to look for us. Oh shit, that's
These
fucking funny.
these four line up across the road.
You just tell me when my peripheral vision would pick up on this, because I'm reading until like.
Yeah. Somebody would probably have to shake you. You're really fucking focused on this book, bro.
Yeah.
I take my hammer and lay it on the ground, head down, handle up, to show I'm not trying to attack.
You see that they all start kind of bickering amongst themselves. Finally, one from the 4 back here speaks up. This one. You, by the way, to everybody else, this conversation sounds a lot like this from both sides. Like, it sounds like a bunch of gibberish, right? But Gengu, that one speaks up. Would you like to walk the path?
Well, friend, it depends where that path leads.
Salvation, of course.
Salvation.
Oh, fuck.
A true purpose in life. Serving something greater than yourself.
Well, I'm already taken, you see. The Moradin has my heart.
I'm not sure what a Moradin is,
You know, me neither.
but we can show you the path. Our masters are friendly, very kind.
And where are they now?
They are where they need to be. Just as we are where we are needed most.
Interesting.
Please. You and your friends. We can show you.
Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. I'm alone.
No, you are not. There's 5 of you.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
Lucky guess.
you're lucky I can't count. But I can assure you I am alone.
When's the deception check coming?
I pick up my hammer at this point, and I just drag it on the ground toward him.
They get in like a stance ready for battle.
And I just get right up here. I raise it. So where's this path you're talking about?
I don't think you're interested in the path.
Well then, what exactly am I interested in? 2 hands on hammer now.
Damn. Love this. Love this.
You wish to fight us.
Well, how would it go that far?
Fine. We will show you the path. Brothers. We must show them the path.
Initiate rage?
Roll initiative.
Initiate rage while double fisting hammer? Please
While
allow.
while all that was going on, I did want to just quickly, like, I was inching further up this way. Can I make a perception check or anything? See if I see anybody.
go for it.
Up
Yes.
to the north here.
You're kind of unaware of what's going on down here.
So you just heard a bunch of mumble jumble and
Yeah, you have no idea what's
19.
like. 19. You look really closely. There is a fresh, like splat of goo right where that person was walking.
my favorite.
Goo.
Didn't see the purple guy going through
You don't
anything like
you don't
that.
see him. No, you do not see him.
Yeah. Need to give.
All
Now,
right.
to be cleared, did you allow me to initiate rage prior to combat?
You said you did.
Yep. Just making sure.
Did you also activate your hammer, or?
Oh, that goes without saying.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
the lights are in full effect right now.
I would have
think-
noticed
okay,
that.
From
right.
now on, if
You're
I,
in the book.
if
The
I
book's right
initiate
here.
rage,
There's a giant flashing light. Surely I'd notice that.
from now on, my rule is if I initiate rage, the button is clicked.
The button's clicked. Got it.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Everybody, if you haven't rolled initiative, do so. If you have, let me know what you rolled.
Rolled a 13.
19.
Sadly, Mr. Rango, you will be going last.
I hate.
16.
Ojutai, what did you have? Sorry.
16.
16. Saoirse?
13.
13. Okay. As you approach this line of 4, the one that was speaking most to you walks forward with a spear, and he goes for a little stab with the spear
Me?
on you, and he misses with a 7.
Close.
It is your turn to retaliate.
Oh, you know I'm smacking. All right. I am going to initiate frenzy, but it's not
Okay.
in effect until next turn.
Got it.
All right. 25 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've got a 1.
All right, we've got a 24.
All right. So he goes to stab you, and it kind of like chinks off your metal. You kind of scoff at it. You come down with the hammer, and you smack down. And you literally like you see his little fish eyes kind of like pop out of his head, and like he gets crushed in the ground, and he's dead.
Okay, I would like
Dang.
him. I would like him to remain on my hammer while I kill the rest of them.
Okay. Yeah, he's stuck in your hammer right now.
Yep. All right, I'm smack it again.
Alrighty. This one is gone.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Oh, I get +3 because I'm raging on top of that. So yeah, doesn't matter. I'll remember it for the next one. 20.
As you kill that one, by the way, one of the other ones in this line goes, "Brother, his path is complete."
Oh, fuck me.
It's gonna be like goddamn whack-a-mole over here. They're just gonna be
So-
willing to die.
What did you say?
23 to hit.
Oh yeah, you hit.
Okay, this roll's just like spinning. 23.
Again, you add another fish to the hammer.
Yep. Like a damn shish kebab. All right. I'm done.
Another has walked the path.
What the fuck?
So that's, both the ones in the middle are gone. This one out here runs up, and you see he pulls out like a net from behind him, and he twirls it around, and he throws the net at you.
Not gonna happen. Too strong.
Does an 18 hit you?
Oh yeah.
All right. You are restrained. You can use an action to free yourself on your turn. But right now you are restrained.
Got it.
Ojutai, you hear what sounds like fish being squished down the alleyway.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead, run down here. That's about as far as I could get, though. It's all bonus action, step of the wind to be able to dash, get up to this guy and start swinging on him, I guess. Seeing that
Alrighty.
Pingy's smashed 2 of them. 27 to hit.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be 22, 23 total damage.
This was your nunchuck?
This is with Raga, the
Oh, the
great
sword?
sword.
Yeah, you slice this fish in half. You clean this fish. Person.
And then there's still the one by Gingu there.
Yep.
I'll take a step towards him and take a second attack on that guy.
Alright.
17 to hit.
That hits.
His path has been achieved.
That one is 15 total damage.
All right. You smack him for 15 damage. You cut across him, and a bunch of fish guts leak out, but he still stands. He stands back up. Gengu, while you're restrained, Ojutai, you just hear him go like, Gengu, you hear him go, my journey is almost done. Saoirse, it is your turn.
Yep. I am going to
Lead his journey.
I'm going to complete their journey. Gonna run around Gengu here. Ba. And I'm gonna smack away with my lockpick.
Smack away.
Little 23 to hit, be fine.
Yep.
That is going to be max damage at 11, plus a little 1d8 on the infused with fire, boy. I just
you
rolled
finish-
max. That was 19. Jesus.
The fish
Nice.
is well and truly dead. It's gone.
Hell yeah.
Journey
And then
completed.
And then I would like to... Oh, man. Am I just out? Oh my god, he's just at it. Let's fucking Orango. No pun intended. We're going to cast a bonus action, a little spiritual weapon at 2nd level. I'm going to send my little ghastly axe
Mm-hmm.
out toward Le Fish. Oh shit. Need
This
to-
one?
Yeah, that boy. Hit him at the max range. That's a nat 1. Okay. 11 to hit. Lol.
So, with the magical sword,
Yeah.
all right. You go to swipe at the fish, and it comes across and it completely misses him. You hear him just yell very like aggressively and frantically. He's like, Gengu. You just hear him just basically say like, "He is a demon, one against the path. We must kill him first."
Wait, say it again. Sorry.
He is a demon, a god, against ours. We must finish him first.
Oh shit. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I didn't hear it, but yeah.
Yeah, you don't understand. Does that complete your turn, sir?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Or I will, now that the homeboy's dead, I will move up toward. I'll see that Rango is still fucking in his book, so I'll just kind of play guard on him, and I'm good there. Yep.
Alright.
Saoirse, what should I do?
Oh, help them achieve their objective. Apparently, wait, I don't even think I've known that. I don't
Yeah,
know any of
no,
that. I have no idea. Fish people trying to hurt us. Let's stop those fish people.
I can do this.
He runs up towards the fish people and stops. This one runs forward. And he goes to bite him. And he bites, and it doesn't break through Harpy's metal. This one runs up with a net, and he whirls it, and he throws it onto Harpy. And the net shoots past Harpy and flies and lands just in front of Saoirse. Mr. Capilelo,
Okay.
would you like to break your concentration?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm assuming
You
that I'm
take
kind of
note-
like. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're kind of like in your book, and then you kind of like look up and you see literally Gengu in a net with a bunch of dead fish bodies all around him. And then you just hear Harpy like in the street,
Just like,
just like in full battle scream,
Yeah.
battle mode.
All right. So, yeah, I see that. I kind of immediately turn to face this way. Saoirse's right here. I don't know what kind of expression he has got on his face, but I kind of
Just a little Scrunch.
And then I turn this way. I see 2 fish guys.
Yep.
And I'm gonna blast.
Blast away.
It'll be right to left, so 26 to hit.
All right, that hits.
Eight force. The second
All right.
second blast comes out. 18 to hit.
Yep.
Ten force.
That fish is disintegrated. Gone.
And then a little shimmer of the wrist. 21 to hit. 10 force. 24 to hit. 14 force.
That fish person is gone. Initiative is now over. Gangu is trapped in a net behind you guys, in front of Ojutai.
Can I do it?
Yeah, I'll take the Raga and try to cut the net.
Alrighty. I mean, you were able to do it. You're not rushing. You're not in the middle of a fight. You're able to cut it.
I'm gonna keep doing strength checks till I break out.
Even though it's already off you?
Yep.
You're just like, get this shit off me! Like the T1 clip.
The T1 clip.
Yeah. Get this shit off me! Okay. The battle has concluded. There's a bunch of fish people dead all around you.
I would approach the fish people. What check is necessary to determine whether or not I know what the fuck these things are?
A nature check?
Could I also do a nature check, kind of already knowing their language and everything?
Yes.
With that advantage?
I'll say Rango's is with disadvantage, yours is normal.
Well, I got a 16.
16.
Were these Kuatoa?
8.
They were Kuotoa.
Hey, was one of them named Largemouth Bass?
No, they were not.
That was my character in my last campaign.
I'm aware.
He was lit.
You've killed your kin. So, the battle has ceased. You guys are all gathered in the middle of this road. With all these dead bodies of these fish people around you, the Kuatoa. You hear Harpy speak up.
Hey guys. Who's that person?
Ah, fuck.
I would turn around. Is he pointing?
Can I
He's
Can
pointing
I
down the road.
cinematically turn around and cut to black?
Oh, fuck. I
What is
figured as
that, mother-
much. I
It
figured
looks like
it.
Cthulhu. Who that be out there? Yeah,
You see the purple bald head, except you see a person standing just in front of him. He's holding on to the person by his arms.
What kind of person?
A human person. A human person. But you see that it's got tentacles wrapped around the person's head. You can't see his face, only his body. And then he lets go of the arms. The body falls. And on the top of the head, it's completely curved open. The brain is gone.
Harpy, get behind me.
It looks at you guys. Telepathically, all of you at the same time hear this. Hello. I'm so glad you could join us. We figured more guests would come, but not so soon. Now, I am a individual of great reason and kindness. As are my kin.
While he's monologuing, can I look back to Ojutai and like start moving forward, like
Towards it?
yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, as it's talking, I'm just.
There's no
walking
reason for
forward
you
be with
to
them.
come closer. My friend on the roof behind you is waiting.
Perfect. Just where I wanted to be then.
Please, hear me out. We wish not for trouble. We wish to be friends.
Inside. No, I'm just kidding.
Even better, we wish to be brothers with you. I have a proposition.
Dogs.
Come with us. We can show you a way to a better, more purposeful life.
This guy's monologuing. We've had ample time to like see him. Do any of us recognize what these guys are?
No, you guys have
And
no idea.
Okay.
Drew does.
Yeah.
I mean, Drew might.
Yeah.
Drew might have an idea,
Mm,
but your characters have no idea.
okay. All right.
Jeez.
Lucas, were you trying to?
Yeah,
skedaddle?
I have
Fade
to.
black
Yeah.
time.
I'm on the clock
I
right
think it's
now.
a great time.
So
Well, we will get the answer next time.
bang.
Motherfucker, dude.
I look forward.
Jesus.
All right.
Oh, this is
Well,
gonna be interesting. Hey, DM, did we level up yet? We're gonna need it.
Not quite.
we killed the vine.
We did it for the vine, man.
Yeah, the 2 challenge rating vine.
Did 24 damage in one turn?
You stepped on a mysterious vine and let it grab you.
I didn't let it grab me.
Literally walked right into that one.
You want to know the solution to that situation?
Not
Step
touch
over the vine. You just walk over the vine.
I was curious.
All right. Kiss the stream goodbye, boys.
Send our stream.
Adios.